If you're looking for the best USB flash drive, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on the features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have SanDisk Extreme Go 64GB. The SanDisk Extreme Go 64GB displays an excellent balance of cost and efficiency and proved to be one of the quickest drives during our testing. It completes a number of tasks rapidly, including moving a single large file or a big folder containing a large number of small files. For example, a 5GB folder filled with thousands of modest files wrote to the drive in just 7 minutes, proving to double the other model's typical speed. Large media files moved even faster, taking only 31 seconds to write a 5GB HD movie. Topping off this stellar performance is the price tag. The Extreme Go 64GB sells for well under the price of many premium drives on the market. The plastic construction feels relatively sturdy, and a smooth sliding mechanism retracts the connector when it's not in use. It's not super tiny, but the body is still thin enough that it won't be in the way of any other ports. While in use, we had no problem plugging in a large cable for headphones in the next port over beside the drive. The price for this drive is great for the performance, but if you aren't using it regularly, the cost might be more than you're willing to cough up. Also, the drive is a bit large to the extent that it might bulk up the feel of your keychain. Even though its plastic fabrication seems stronger than others, we are not confident that it would stand up to everyday life on a keychain. That said, if you need to transfer several gigabytes of data all at once, we think you would be pleased with the Extreme Go 64GB. Moving on to the next at number 2 with SanDisk Ultra CZ 4832GB. If you are seeking the ultimate performance per dollar, we recommend the SanDisk Ultra CZ 4832GB. Even with its budget pricing, it logged an impressive 166 MB/s maximum read speed in our test, outperforming almost everything else at this price range. The drive allows for a 5B movie file to transfer to your computer in only 30 seconds. Surprisingly, despite the drive's low price, the plastic material's quality seems reliable and strong. The write speeds are the obvious drawback to this drive, where the top performance only got up to 14 MB/s during our test. When pushing the drive even harder, speeds continued to decline. For instance, the drive took over 12 minutes when writing a 5GB folder full of modest files. Still, if speed isn't a concern for you when saving things to the drive, it offers a great cost for a reliable way to save your files and access them fairly quickly when you need to. The number 3 position is held by Samsung Bar Plus 128GB. The Samsung Bar Plus 128GB perfectly fills the keychain niche for those moments when it just pays to have a USB flash drive on hand. The all-metal construction is super sturdy, and the relatively sleek design allows it to nestle into even crowded keyrings. It is still long enough to insert it into a USB port without removing it from the keyring. It also provides good overall speed in our test. It wrote a 5GB folder with lots of small files in less than 4 minutes. Its read speeds are particularly impressive, meaning you can quickly access files stored on the drive. This makes the Samsung Bar Plus the perfect option for files that you don't want taking up space on your laptop's hard drive, but that you may need to access at a moment's notice. Our biggest issue, 128GB, is the hump on the drive's back, where the keyring is attached. While these extra curves lend the drive even more of a space-age feel, they also make it bulkier and less sleek than some other keychain-oriented models. However, the Samsung Bar Plus's speed and performance so far outstrips that of its competitors that it still easily gets our top recommendation for those who prefer to attach a USB flash drive to their keychain permanently. Next at number 4 we have PNY Pro Elite 256GB. The PNY Pro Elite 256GB will be your new best friend if you're continually transferring large media files or gigantic data sets between computers, or if you just need a flash drive fast enough to edit photos and videos without moving them onto your computer. This drive is crazy fast. It wrote our 5GB speed torture test folder in just 2 minutes, a mere fraction of what it took most drives. It also gobbled up a 5GB movie file in only 20 seconds, and the read speeds are even faster. It backs up this blazing speed with a stylish and durable all-metal build. It is one of the few full-size flash drives we are confident could survive the wear and tear of living on a keychain. The PNY Pro Elite 256 GB is considerably more expensive than most flash drives on the market. However, the extra speed it affords will be well worth the investment if you're one that continually moves large files around. The number 5 position is held by SanDisk Ultra Dual Drive 128 GB, with many popular laptops and most newer Android phones leaping to USB-C. Having a flash drive that can talk to this new port and the still more common USB, it can be incredibly convenient. The only USB flash drive we have found that hits the mark in this regard is the SanDisk Ultra Dual Drive. Both connectors can be retracted at the same time, allowing it to maintain a slim profile. If you use the drive with a phone, SanDisk provides a convenient app that will enable you to do manual backups by specific file type. Additionally, the Ultra Dual Drive is much faster than other Type-C drives that we've tested. While this drive provides at least average speed for most file transfers, it can sometimes get bogged down when writing many small files. It took 26 minutes to write our 5 GB small file testing folder. We also found the lanyard attachment annoying. It sits in the center of the drive body, is too small for a keyring, and requires a master seamstress's skills to thread. Despite these small drawbacks, for those that want both USB Type and Type-C connectivity, the SanDisk Ultra Dual Drive is the best option available. The number 6 position is dominated by SanDisk iXpand 128 GB. The SanDisk iXpand 128 GB is the best iPhone-compatible drive we've found. It offers a quick and easy way to back up files on your phone, wherever you happen to be. The SanDisk app allows you to easily select which files you want to download from or upload to your phone, and it can perform quick photo backups. Most USB/Lightning drives that we've tested provide near glacial speeds, but the iXpand 128 GB provides impressive speeds when using its USB connection. In our test, it wrote a 5 GB folder full of small files, the most difficult of our speed test, in just over 6 minutes, putting it in the top tier. The biggest disappointment with the iXpand is that speeds are about half when switching from the USB to the Lightning connector, meaning it can take 15 minutes or more to back up 5 GB worth of photos. Also, the flexible rubber/plastic connection between the two connectors must be flexed to plug the drive into an iPhone, and we don't like the long-term durability of the connection. However, for anyone that wants a drive for transferring files to and from their iPhone, we think the SanDisk iXpand 128 GB offers the best combination of performance, convenience, and price. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Samsung Fit Plus 128 GB. If you plan to use a super slim and portable thumbnail-style drive, the Samsung Fit Plus 128 GB is sure to please. Despite its small stature, it was one of the fastest drives we tested, writing our 5 GB testing folder in less than 4 minutes. Perhaps more importantly, its read speeds are phenomenal. It read that same folder in a mere 41 seconds. This makes it the perfect tiny drive to use as a secondary storage option for your laptop, allowing you to access all of its files with nary a lag. Plus, it provides all this impressive performance at a relatively average price. The one thing we wish was slightly different about the Samsung Fit Plus 128 GB is the keychain attachment point. It is slim enough that most keyrings get clamped down, forcing the drive to sit at a 90 at angle. This negates this drive's small footprint and makes it very difficult to use without removing from the keyring. A lanyard would help fix this problem, but we found even thin lanyards difficult to thread. We wish it were easier to attach this drive to something since its small size makes it easy to lose. Still, the Samsung Fit Plus 128 GB is the best option we've found for fans of extreme portability of super tiny thumbnail drives. The number 8 position is held by SanDisk Cruzer CZ36 128 GB. A good option for anyone looking for a lot of digital storage on the cheap is the classic SanDisk Cruzer CZ36 128 GB. In many instances, this drive costs half as much as other models of the same capacity. Perhaps most importantly, it provided consistent and reliable performance in our testing. We have run into many budget drives that fail in the middle of long file transfers, but the Cruzer CZ36 completed every task we asked of it, even if it took a little longer than some other models. The USB connector retracts and clicks solidly into place when extended, making it easy to slide into ports. The Cruzer CZ36's biggest downside is its speed. Of the drives that receive our stamp of approval, it is one of the slowest. When we wrote a 5 GB folder of many small files to this drive, the biggest speed challenge for any drive, it took 15 minutes to complete. While certainly not blazing, the speed is still tolerable for occasional file backups. For those who want to increase their important files redundancy without spending a bundle, this is an excellent choice. Next at number 9, we have PNY Turbo 64GB. The PNY Turbo 64GB provided very reliable, if somewhat slow, file transfers throughout our testing. It also has a protective cover that slides over the USB connector, a feature that many of the other budget options on the market lack. We found the slim profile to be fairly unobtrusive when hung from a keychain. The diminished speed is the apparent downside of the PNY Turbo 64GB. It took this drive a whopping 51 minutes to write our 5GB test folder filled with small files. It was much faster in writing a single 5GB video file, taking just over 3 minutes, but that was still toward the back of the pack. Suffice it to say, this drive isn't for people who regularly transfer large amounts of data via flash drives. However, the PNY Turbo 64GB is a good choice at a reasonable price if you just want a model that you know will work for the odd times that you need it. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Kingston DataTraveler SE9 G2 64GB. For those that want to make sure they always have a flash drive available, the Kingston DataTraveler SE9 G2 64GB is one of the slimmest and most durable drives around, making it a perfect keychain accessory. It also delivers reasonable speeds when transferring large files in our test. It wrote a 5GB movie file in under 2 minutes. This makes it a great and super portable option for backing up and transferring large media files. The Kingston DataTraveler SE9 G2's weakness is transferring small files, which tend to bog it down. It took the drive more than 40 minutes to write our test 5GB folder filled with small files. If you want a super portable drive for creating backups of folders full of photos, Word documents, and spreadsheets, the DataTraveler SE9 G2 might keep you waiting for a while. Despite that, it's one of the most convenient USB flash drives to carry on a keychain, and when the need arises, a somewhat slow drive is still much better than no drive at all. That's all for today. We upload tech product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.